And yeah, hey, that's why I love doing these things, man. Because when it comes down to people that are like, shy or in some sense kind of like nervous to do these things, you feel good after you do them. It feels good after.
Yeah, I mean, you
Hmm.
be shy when it first started,
When
but
they
like
first
you
start,
open up.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So I guess just the first question, let's just go ahead and hop right on into it. How are you? How have you been? Since the last Zoom call that we did, how have you been? Yeah.
Um, I've been okay, I guess
Mm,
you can say.
mm-hmm.
Um, riding the wave of life, I guess.
Yeah.
The last time we talked, I have moved since then.
Hey,
I
nice, nice,
moved
nice.
4 hours away to
Wow.
the
Wow.
to the countryside. Yeah, I'm in the country now.
Wow. Why the
So
country?
yeah. Huh?
Why the country, if you don't mind me asking?
Um, something different.
Okay.
I want my son to be able to go outside. Like, and then
Mm,
I love horses and stuff, so I want him to experience that stuff. I have experienced that stuff, and
mm,
now he's out here. He go horseback riding. He play with goats and all type of stuff. Now he loves it.
mm. I love that. I love that. That is amazing for you to be a mom to take your child into consideration. And you children, right? You have more than one, or do you have one?
Mm-mm.
You have one.
Just one.
Okay, just one. Okay, okay. So to
Just
take,
one.
yeah, hey, I feel you. I feel you. But to take your son into consideration when you're moving and to make sure that he has a place to play and because those things are, I think, very important when it comes to the production and development of a child.
Yeah,
Hmm.
like where we were at, you can't really play outside. You can't be outside too long. You gotta, watch where everybody at and stuff like that. But out
Yeah.
here, he goes outside. We ride bikes. We can walk up the road and,
Nice.
just giving him a different view. He had the
Mm,
city view. Now here's the country. Maybe one day he'll go
mm.
somewhere else.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, man. As dope. Um, in terms of the move, do you feel like this is where you want to be for a long time? Or okay, okay, yeah. I was
No,
like the country, yeah.
we moved out here just for um a restart
Okay.
to get things back in order, see what I want to do from here or whatever. But this town is extremely small. It's a little
Mm,
too small for us, for me.
yeah,
With this town, like right now, my car is messed up.
yeah.
So we're literally like
Mm,
stuck in the house, because there's
mm,
no buses, there's no Uber, there's no Lyft. So you can't really do much if you don't
mm.
have a car. So yeah.
Whoa. Whoa. I literally just thought about that because you told me about this in the DMs, but
Yeah.
I just now put together the fact that you're in the country without, yeah, like, oh man.
Like the other day we went to the store, someone put up to the store on their horse. That's how deep in the country we are.
Wait, hold on. What state is this?
Centralia, Illinois.
Illinois. Man, that's the country. So they pulling up on a horse to the grocery store.
Hmm.
Man, hey, but like you said, you wanted to restart. You wanted to restart. I get that. What about family? You have any family that you're around? Any support? So people that can support you, support group. Anybody around you?
I have my sister is out here with her kids as well. So it's just us two out here. So we help
Okay,
each other out, and if she needs a break from her kids or if I need a break from my son, we help each other out.
beautiful, beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Um, again, I'm wishing you the best in regards to it, in regards to the move, in regards to the adjustment, but also in regards to what it is that you moved out there for. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, that restart.
It's a life restart, but a mental restart as well.
Yep.
Where we were at became toxic and just
Mm,
mentally draining, and
mm,
I didn't want that to rub off on my son.
mm,
So
mm,
yeah, the step was we got our own place out here.
mm,
So I packed him up, packed my car up, and we just came out. I didn't want him to see me arguing with somebody every day. I didn't want him to see me cursing somebody out every day. Just a break from life and break from all of the drama from where we was at.
mm. I love it, man. I love it. You are an amazing mom. Let me just say that
Thank you.
you are an amazing mom. To hear that that's why you moved, to hear that that's why you got up and left, like hands down, man. To any mother out there, I would say, you know, to because my mom did it. My mom did it. My mom, my dad, they and she did it. She picked up three and dip said, nah, you ain't about to, like you have to take those things into consideration. And
Mhm.
if you love your children, you're gonna do what you gotta do. You don't do
Yeah,
what
I
you gotta
mean
do.
it's not easy though. It's
Yeah.
not easy. I quit my full-time job to move out here,
Mm,
not knowing that since he was only in pre-K, he was only going to go to school for 2 hours in the morning. So that
mm,
kind of makes it hard to get a job in the morning.
mm,
And then my car started messing up when I started applying for like overnight jobs.
mm,
So my son could have went with my sister, but now I
mm,
can't do that until my car get
mm,
fixed. So it's like you got to think about all that. You're gonna be sitting down for a while until you get things in order where
mm,
you move to. But
mm,
once you get everything in order, you're gonna have a gigantic
mm.
like weight off your shoulders.
Mm, mm. I love it. I love it. And like you said, you're sitting and waiting, or you're sitting and hoping and having that support that you have with the people around you and stuff. But sometimes it's necessary. Sometimes it's, like you said, it's
Yeah.
necessary. Yeah, sometimes it's necessary to and you don't know what tomorrow may bring, but you can only hope for today. You know what I'm saying? So you did the things that were necessary for now, things that you needed to do now, but still having that faith in terms of the future and in terms of hoping that something good is going to come out of it, and that
Yeah.
I admire. Hmm.
It's just like your patience is being tested.
Yeah. Yep.
Exactly. Like how long can I sit you down and you stop stressing over it or whatever. So I guess at first I was stressing over like I'm not working, I'm not, not
Yeah.
always having money, this and that, but it's
Yeah.
like
Hmm.
just got to be patient, I guess. Something to
Yeah.
come up.
Yeah. 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 I've been there. I've been there, and still, as an entrepreneur, you still have those moments. Like you do, but um, I know something's good will come out of it. Whenever you hard pressed, whenever there's trials in your path, in your way that you're going through, there's only up from there. There's only up. There's only up. So yeah, keep your head up, because there's only up in that. Um, let me dive a bit into the mental aspect, because again, you brought that up, a mental refreshment. It's a mental restart. When it comes to mental health, and this is something I asked on the last session as well, last group call. When it comes to mental health, what do you think, or what goes on in your mind when you hear that phrase, mental health? What is that to you?
Um, a big ball of emotions trapped in your head.
Yeah, yeah,
Basically, a big
mhm,
mental health to me,
yeah.
a big ball of emotions that's trapped in your head, and it's like I don't know, you got to find your ways to express it or get it out there.
Hmm. Hmm. I love that big ball of emotions.
Yeah.
Like, nah, you ain't lying. I truly can agree. That someone said on the last call, they said work. They said
They call what?
when they hear mental health, they think of work. Like it takes so much work.
Yeah.
It takes work to unravel what it is, those emotions that you're
Hmm.
going through. And so when you just said that, it just reminded me too. It's just like, man, yeah, it's work, it's emotions that you have to sit down and plow through. And sometimes that sitting down that you're doing, that isolation or that alone time that you probably get sometimes, that'll help too, because it
Yeah.
helps you process things,
Writing,
right?
reading,
Mm-hmm.
listening to music, just zoning out for a
Mm,
second.
mm,
All of that is it helps with your mental.
mm, mm.
Talking therapy, you're a big sucker for therapy.
Hey, I'm telling you, this is like therapy to me. Like to me, just me alone. Like, I feel like a lot of times I need this. But you're right. You're exactly right. I love it that you have outlets that you go to, things that you really lean on when you're going through those mental strains or mental stress points or moments when you have those. Um, in terms of mental health, how important is it to you? How important is it to you when you think about it?
Extremely. At first, like growing up, we don't know how important mental health can be. Like
Mm-mm,
we're not really taught about mental health. It's not talked
mm-mm,
about a lot as we grown up. But now in the blogs, you see so many people commit suicide, so many people going crazy. Like it's crazy, and that's what it brings you back to your mental health thing. Like what if we learned about this in grammar school? What if we learned about this in high school? What if we learned how serious it was or how serious it is?
Mm,
Maybe
mm,
things would be completely different.
mm.
But I have a totally different output on mental health now,
Yep.
especially since like my sister passing away and things
Yep.
like that. It's like,
Yep.
I
Yep.
don't know, it's just nothing to play with anymore. And I never really considered therapy until like I got older, and it's like I be stressing over so much stuff, even stuff I can't control. And I'm like, maybe, that's part of mental. I need to go speak to a therapist or a counselor or something.
Mm, mm. And in the Black community, man, I was telling again on the last call, I had the same phrase or statement that I made, and that was mental health it's not looked at as like something that is important. It isn't even considered to be something that's highly needed. You know what I'm saying? Like they in the Black community, they stress grades, going to college or they
Hmm.
stress those things, money. They stress all that more than they do your own mental. And
Yeah.
it's almost like they like you better sacrifice your mental for it. Like it doesn't even fit in the equation until, like you said, you get older. You start going through stuff.
Yeah. But then when you get older and you're going through stuff, now you're looked at as, okay, you're an adult, push it to the side and move on. It's like it's like when you're an adult, sometimes you feel like you don't have time to have a mental interruption, I guess you want to say.
Mm.
Because you like, I got
Mm.
kids, I gotta go to work, I still got bills to pay. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
get it out the way or keep it to yourself.
yeah, yeah. And you mentioned that in the group, in the public group, you mentioned how you said that you have bills and stuff, so you just kind of keep going. But that could be dangerous. That's kind of what we
Hmm.
talked about in the last call. We were like, sometimes you can be moving so much to where you don't deal with it. You know what I'm saying? And I've done that. I've done that. One female in the last call, she mentioned how people can go to the gym not to actually improve their mental health, but actually to run away from the problems so that the
Hmm.
gym can kind of numb it. The gym kind of lifting the weights and stuff kind of numbs it and gets their mind off of it. But when you're laying down in the bed at night, it comes back.
Yes, that's the worst. That is the
So,
worst time. Late at night, laying in the bed still woke is the worst time. That's when it kicks your butt the most. But yeah, I have done it before with the gym.
mhm,
I went to the gym like one morning and then I left or whatever. And I don't know, something happened and it just
mhm,
pissed me off. And I
mhm,
went to the gym
mhm,
and like I looked up and I was in the gym for like 2 hours and I was
mhm,
like, oh, okay. But so my mind was clear. I wasn't thinking about what happened or anything. But soon as I left the
mhm.
gym, got in the bed or whatever, it's like right back
Boom.
in your head.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And so that's why I think it's so important to sit down and go to therapy. Sit down and
Yeah.
talk to a therapist or sit down and try to pray or process these things or talk to somebody, talk to a friend or do something like this or get a support group. You know what I'm saying? Like do things that can help deal with the actual issue. Because if you don't, it'll deal with you. If you don't deal with it, it's gonna deal with you.
Yeah. You know how many if we grew up learning about mental health, you know how many people could possibly been saved from jumping off a bridge or putting a gun to their head or something. So it's like I
Mm.
don't know, but it's like we can break the cycle now. We have
Mm-hmm.
kids, our kids have
Mm-hmm.
kids. We make sure
Mm-hmm.
we install um the definition or the causes, let them know, you
Yep.
know, teach them about mental health and not even just mental health, all
Yeah.
different traumas,
Hmm.
basically.
Exactly, exactly. And I'm still gonna answer your question too. You asked that question in the group. I gotta go back to that. I haven't been in my DMs that much today, but I'm definitely gonna go back to that. I saw your question that you posted in. I just wanted to let you know. I ain't forget about that. I saw it.
Oh yeah, it's part of research for my book.
Really?
Yes.
What? Oh, and again, going back to your book, like for real, like we can even speak on that a little bit. Like, you know, that's how I know your mental health is you're improving. Like even if you don't feel like it, I see it because you're taking steps. Even though you may be going through something, or even though you may be going through trials and tribulations, you're still moving or you're taking steps. That is
Hmm.
kind of you're not allowing your depression or anxiety or whatever you may be going through to hold you back. You're still writing that first page. You still writing that title. You still and those things matter, Keita. Like for real. Like remember that those things matter. Don't look at those things as something small. as like, oh man, you fumbling, or you're crumbling underneath the pressure. Nah, you're not. You fighting, and I see it. So make sure you remind yourself of that when you doing that, when you finishing a page, or when you writing title, when you writing, realize that you fighting. You fighting for real. Recognize that. Um, but that's amazing. The book, in this book right here, you said this is all you. Like, this is your story.
Yeah,
Wow.
for the most part, it's my story, but I want people to feel understood
Mm-hmm.
and related and comfortable while they're reading it. I want them to know, like, you're not the only one that went through this. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I went through the same thing. I talked to this, or I did this. So maybe you can
Yeah.
take my steps. So
Yeah.
that's what I want the book to be.
Mm-hmm.
All about different traumas. I can tell you the name of the book.
Yeah.
Um, the name of the book is
Drive it.
Talking About Trauma Sucks.
Let's go. Let's go, man. And
So
and
I thought it was a funny title, but it's a catchy title.
catchy.
So
Catchy. Mm-hmm. Relatable.
yeah.
Relatable title. It's like, man, talking about trauma sucks. It does.
Yeah,
It
so
does.
I'm gonna talk about mental illness. I'm gonna be talking about mental illness in it. I'm gonna be talking about childhood trauma, physical
Mm.
trauma, emotional and mental trauma, all of those things. So stay tuned.
Amazing, man. Y'all better go get that book when it drop. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure I post it. We're gonna do another interview with my Let's Just Talk Books community. So I'm gonna have to get you over there and interview you and kind of post that and allow people to see what's going on with the book. But amazing.
Yes, it's a good read. I've been through a lot. I've struggled a lot,
Mm,
especially with mental illness. So,
mm,
and I never really told my story because it's like I'm the type I keep everything to myself.
mm,
So me writing this
mm,
book is literally gonna be letting it all out.
mm,
So
mm,
people
mm.
gonna relate to it. People will literally read it. I want people to read it and think like it's them telling their story. It's not even me writing the book.
Yeah, yeah, man. Woo. Hey, I'm ready for that book. That's all I'm saying. I'm ready for that book. It's like, seriously, um, absolutely amazing. Okay, in terms of your mental health, how are you? How are you in terms of your mental health? Like, just if you could be honest with us, but you ain't got to be too candid if you don't want to. But how are you?
Um, okay, but mentally struggling, but it's getting better once like I told you, once I realized that I have to stop stressing over things I have no control over. It'll get better.
Mm,
So I just
mm,
been, chilling. So I guess that's
mm.
playing a big part of it.
So from 1 to 10, 10 being like really good, where are you?
You said like 10 being good,
10 is like really good mental health. From 1 to
like a
10, where are you?
7.
A 7. Wow. Okay. Okay. That's not. That's good. That's good. That's good for you to even be on the 5, like over the 5. That's
Hmm.
good. That's really good.
But I still have those 5 days, but it's like,
Mm,
you just got to remind yourself to just keep going.
mm. I love that. I love that. What helps improve your mental health, and why? Like, what do you do to help improve it?
At first it was the gym, but since I've been in the house, it's been just randomly writing, but now it's this book. Like I
Mm,
wake up and open my laptop, I go to sleep
mm,
with my
mm.
laptop. So it's literally just been this book,
Beautiful.
um,
That's beautiful.
expressing myself, being
Wow.
able to. I'm literally not the type of person to open up to people.
I
I
do. I
let
know. I know. I
everything
know. But you
to
know me.
myself.
You know me. I open you up. I
Yeah,
got.
you be pushy. You pushy
I
in the
got that.
inbox,
I'm pushy. I am. I'm very pushy. Because I care.
but
Because
it's
I
a
care.
good pushy though.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
that's literally what's been helping me. I literally been pouring my all into this book, my
Mm,
story, the days I have, the really bad days I have. Even if I'm not gonna put it in my book,
mm,
I still
mm,
type it.
mm,
So it's like
mm.
I don't know.
That's dope.
That's what's
That's
been helping
dope.
me.
That's dope. Have you ever tried poetry?
Yes, remember I told you I used to write poetry. I
You
haven't
told me.
wrote in a long time. That used to be like grammar school days.
Yeah, you did tell me. Okay, okay, okay. Because I got a poetry group, and I was thinking
I
about
know
having.
I'm like part of all of your groups already.
Wait, you already joined the poetry one?
I'm already part of the poetry group.
I can't even keep up with you. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, man, where's she? You didn't join. You didn't join groups I ain't even made yet. Like, I'm like,
Didn't
dang.
you make the poetry group already?
Yeah, I already made it, but like,
Yeah.
I don't even like. That's what I'm saying. You didn't join so many of them so fast. I'm like, dang, did I even introduce her to the group? Did I introduce you to the group?
No. Did I join it? I think I have to go and check. I think
Yeah.
I joined them.
Yeah, me too. But I'm gonna make sure I introduced you. Because again, I would love to hear some of your poetry, or if you start back writing. I'm for real, because you gotta come on. You gotta come on. You gotta come on to the Zoom call. Like monthly, I do it every month. I open up the Zoom call to the public group. So the private groups are they get the weekly Zoom calls like this. But the public group
Hmm.
I open up to, but then I also invite people on who've never been as guests onto the group calls. But that's dope. That's absolutely dope. We got to get you in there. I got to hear some of your poetry, because poetry is it's beautiful. It's
Yeah, I
beautiful.
love poetry, especially
Mm,
poetry slam.
man, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. When it comes to, I guess, your overall improvement of your mental health, what do you think is like the number one stumbling block that's hindering you? What do you think is around you, or is it you yourself that's hindering?
Family.
Mm. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Family can be the cause of so much stress. It is
Mm,
crazy. It
mm.
could be, I don't know. But yeah, family.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Nah, I ain't gonna even press that much. I get it. I get it. I get it.
Yeah, that's
I
all
get
I can say.
I
Family.
get it. I get it. I get it. Do you think you have a hard time? I'll ask you this. Do you think you have a hard time cutting people off? Like, just in general, not even.
Yes.
Mm, mm,
Yes, me personally, I give too many chances. I give way too many chances. You have to like, I guess you gotta really like take me there to be like, you know what, just F it. And then, if it gets to that point, that means you just entirely did too much, because I'm really chilled and laid back. So I literally give too many chances. I give
mm,
more than enough.
mm,
So if I cut you off, it's literally your fault.
So, do you feel like you've improved in that? Are you getting better?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
Mentally, like, I used to let people just talk, say what they want. I didn't used
Mm,
to care. I used to be like, whatever, people just don't touch me. I don't care what you're talking about. But now it's like, I don't know. I don't let people talk crazy to me. I don't know if that's
mm,
part of the mental thing, but it's like, you can't keep letting people talk to you crazy. You can't
mm,
keep letting people tear you down, or that is going to bother you. You're going to start to believe. If you let everybody start treating you like this, you're going to start believing what they say. So you have
yeah,
to start defending yourself at
yeah,
some point.
yeah,
So when
yeah.
I realized that that's what I had to do,
Mm,
I guess that's another way my mental stability went up. I just don't let people phase me anymore. Like,
mm,
bye, I will stop talking to you in a heartbeat.
mm,
If I feel like you're toxic, you're not doing anything for me, and you just bring drama, you're done.
mm.
Like, that's the stage I'm at in my life. You're done.
Man, hey, you speaking, and you speaking from your soul. I hear it. I hear it. I'm for real. I hear it. I can tell
Yeah,
you.
and moving this far makes it easy to cut people off. Just block the number. Now they
There
can't even come to your house.
there you go. There you go. And ain't
It ain't
nobody come.
nobody driving three and a
I was
half
just about to, I was
hours.
just about to say, ain't nobody come out there no country. Look.
Mm-mm.
They
I
pulling
ain't
up.
had not one visitor yet.
Wow. Wow. Hey, sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need that. And I'm glad that you found a place to get it, while at the same time being around your sister. You still got somebody. So
Yeah.
that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Um, you mentioned therapy. I did want to kind of touch on that as like the last thing, because I think a
You know
lot of
that's your favorite.
I'm telling you, man, like I feel like a lot of people underestimate it. A lot of people are like,
Yeah.
I don't need no therapy. I don't need on top of no therapy. Like, it's like, are you serious? Like, you'd rather risk potentially harming yourself or others?
Hmm.
Why not deal with that? You'll go get a personal trainer. You'll go get a personal trainer and get them to get you right. But you won't get a therapist who probably even more important than the personal trainer, because your mental, I
Yeah.
think, is more important. So,
I wish growing up I took advantage of
hmm
therapy when
hmm
I was going through all
in
of the
school,
stuff I was
yeah,
going through growing up. I wish I would have took advantage of it, or had time to take
yes,
advantage of it.
yeah,
Cause
hmm
who knows? Maybe I would have turned out a totally different person. You never know. But
mm
now it's like when you become an adult, you see how therapy could have helped you, or how it could help you now. You
mm.
know? So I'm all for the therapy now, just
I
like
love it.
you.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And again, I'm glad that you're saying this because I want people who are going to hear this. I'm gonna upload this to YouTube. I'm gonna post this, and it's like I want people to hear, hey, she has done it or she's doing it, even though she didn't do it when
Hmm.
she was younger. And you're still young. You're young. You're still what? You 28, right?
29.
29. Young, like young. Come on, that's still young. That is still young because you're probably gonna live to be 80. Lord willing, but like it's just like even then you still are making sure you take the necessary steps to make sure that you get in your mind right, and that right there shows that you can do it no matter at what age. You can be 80 and talk to somebody and cry and do all that you got to do because you didn't get that with your parents. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
and
saying?
people have to realize sometimes strangers give the best advice.
Mm,
Like they don't know you, ain't no
mm,
judgment. You
mm.
can tell them the craziest thing about you and won't see them no more in life. So
Facts,
like, I don't know, talk to the stranger. You
facts.
learn something.
Mm. What would be some tips you would give people to find a good therapist? I feel like it's hard to trust.
Find someone that you think will relate to you. Um, Honestly, I feel like if you're African American, male or female, no offense, but I think you should go after a male or female, African American male or female, only because they can relate to you a lot more
Mm,
than another race can.
makes sense.
So
Makes
basically,
sense.
find someone relatable, find someone that you're comfortable with, find someone who you feel like eventually you'll be able to talk to.
Mm, mm. Man, like I said, I wasn't gonna keep you long. I know she was getting ready to take a nap, y'all, and she woke up to get on this. So I'm gonna make sure she get that nap. But thank you for being transparent. Thank you for again spilling. You have always been somebody I think that though shy, you seem like you always wanted to spill. Like I can tell you're ready. I can tell you're like, I want to, but I'm shy, but I want to. And in the last Zoom call that we were on, I just remember how much you poured out. Like you like kind of like burst open, but then you kind of like I could tell that it was more. It's still more in there, and it's still more. Like this ain't the last call. Nah, this is the last. Nah, it ain't. It ain't. Like I said, this is monthly. When you're in the public group, we doing this monthly. So I do want you to hop on every month if you can. But yeah, like I truly admire your ability to be shy or be a naturally shy person, but to still come on, to still do these things, to still press on, to still write a book about your traumas. Like that is super dope, Kita. And I just want to say that I admire you. I'm proud of you. I think you're doing amazing. I think you're growing. I see it. I see it in you. I see the smile and I see the glow. I do, and continue to carry that. Continue to know that for yourself. You need to know that. You know what I'm saying? I know that, but you need to see that. So make sure you see that. Make sure that that's what see the growth in yourself, and don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up. That's the last thing. Don't beat yourself up. I know I often do that. I'm talking to myself, but we have to learn not to beat ourselves up because life is a marathon.
Yeah.
Just because you messed up 2, 3 years, it's a marathon. You still got time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got your
Mm-hmm.
whole life ahead. You can't
Mm-hmm.
what's the quote? Can't cry over spilled milk.
There you go. There you go. There you go. You can't cry over spilled milk, man. You're exactly right. You're exactly right. If you can, for people who may want to reach out, there may be some people who see this and they vibe with you. They like, man, I want to talk to her. I'm going through something. Where can they find you, or where are you in terms of your social media?
My Facebook is Marquita Birth. Birth as in birthday. Yes, birthday. Um, you can tag me in the pages. Everything is the same. My Facebook, my
Mm,
Instagram, my TikTok is the same thing. Everything is just my first and last name. My
mm.
inbox is always open. I do respond.
Nice, man. And she does, and gives some really good advice and just love and support, man. So thank you, Kita. Thank you for again just being who you are. Don't stop. And don't hang up after this. I'm just gonna stop the recording so we can just chat it up a little bit after. But guys, go follow her, support her. Uh, you know, again, anyone I bring on, man, they are going to be someone who can give you advice, benefits, and just help you grow as well. So follow her and see her journey so that you can grow as she becomes an example for you. Also, if you want to join the group, we have a public and private group, mental health group. So the public group, we do this every month. The private group, we do this every week. So if you want to join either one, just hit me up and we can kind of go from there and lock you in. But with that said, man, as you guys know, until next time, peace.